Hello, welcome back to Foos Entertainment. In a long time wanting to get this box set. And I finally did settle on a new franchise that I want to review. So, let's showcase it. I definitely know this has definitely been one that people have been wanting to see. This is the UHD 4K Fast and Furious 8 film box set. And yes, I will be reviewing the spin-off, Hobbs and Shaw, as well. First, let's take a look at this case. It's very interesting. Just like this, and basically each sleeve represents, a movie. I'm gonna go for all 8 of them in that. All right. Well, make it very quick on the synopsis, obviously. But let's just dive right into it. The Fast and the Furious from 2001. So I think it's 2001. Let me go ahead and make sure on that. Yeah, it's 2001. 2001, I believe. All right, 2001's The Fast and the Furious. All right. I've always been a fan of this movie, but I also have not been a fan of this movie. I always thought that The Fast and Furious has been the one odd duck out of the series. I know everybody hates The Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Honestly, I think there's more story in that. I think there's a lot more interesting things in that movie. When it comes down to The Fast and the Furious, it's just simply a drag race version of Point Break. That's all it really is. But it did introduce us to a new, insanely good franchise, obviously. All right. Well, the plot of the movie, and then before I say that, I do like The Fast and the Furious, the first one. It's just, compared to all the other films, not so much. And yes, I will be defending the fuck out of the third film. And I can cuss in this because I'm sorry. I will say this right now, and I will say at the beginning of every one of these videos. There is illegal crimes of drag racing. So there is criminal negligence in these movies. There is language in these movies. There are sexual situations in these movies. There is gun violence in these movies. Bottom line is, yes, these films are rated PG-13, but parents, why the hell would you take your 7-year-old son, or 8-year-old son, or even 10-year-old son to watch these movies? I think you should wait until your kid is at least 14 years old to watch these movies. So I don't see a point of going ahead and saying that this is approved for children. I don't think any of these movies are. I will draw the line on some of these franchises. They're PG-13. Some of them I think that children just shouldn't watch. Fast and Furious is one of them. To some point, James Bond films, but I know that I'm not going to get away with that, so I don't even try. That's why you can't comment on those anymore. But I'm not going to play this game with the Fast and the Furious films. All right. Plot of the film. An undercover agent, an undercover cop on his way to becoming a federal agent, is trying to infiltrate a drag racing circuit ran by an individual named Dominic Toretto. They try to discover who is ripping off rigs and stealing millions and millions of dollars of merchandise. And with truckers getting paranoid and arming themselves to the teeth to blow these thieves away, he has to infiltrate and figure out who's behind it all. In doing so, he becomes friends and pretty much family with Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel. And of course, our main cop is played by Paul Walker, which is Brian O'Connor. And he also falls in love with Toretto's younger sister. And basically, in the end, he ends up saving them and letting Dominic Toretto go free. And then he goes on the run. And that's pretty much the plot of the film. So, to go over it in quick row, a undercover cop befriends the people that he is investigating and falls in love just to go ahead and screw over his superiors and go in hiding. That's basically the plot of the film. It's very, very simple, very, very, very easy, and it's something we heard before. That's the plot of Point Break with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. All right, the quality of the film. This is in 4K. It looks pretty good on a 2K display. It's in 2.35.1 widescreen. It has a DTS:X Extreme audio sound presentation. It does have film grain elements on the film, but that's to be expected due to the fact that the film was filmed in 2001. There was no high definition in 2001. Everything was done in digital resolution, so that does show. But details are a lot better looking. You can see a whole lot more. It's definitely the best I've ever seen a film look. The DTS:X sound presentation is very, very good. A lot of optic-based overhead effects and good stereo and mono effects, for sure. Definitely a good overall experience. And that's what I have to say about The Fast and the Furious, and I am going to have to charge this camera up before I go into the next film. Sorry about that, but gotta do what you gotta do. And I'll see you guys soon after that's done for my review of Too Fast, Too Furious. Until then.